High Country. The northern counties in western North Carolina are commonly known as the state's High Country. Centered on Boone, the High Country boasts the area's most popular ski resorts. The area also features many attractions, historical sites, and geological formations such as Leanville Caverns, Grandfather Mountain, Blowing Rock, Tweetsie Railroad, Shatley Springs, and Mystery Hill. An outdoor amphitheater drama, Horn in the West, portraying the British settlement of the area. Boone is a town located in the Blue Ridge Mountains of western North Carolina. Boone's population is about 18,000. It is the county seat of Watauga County. The town is named for famous American pioneer and explorer Daniel Boone. It is the largest community and the economic hub of the 7-county region of western North Carolina known as the High Country. Boone was served by the narrow-gauge East Tennessee and Western North Carolina Railroad nicknamed Tweetsie until the flood of 1940. The flood washed away much of the tracks and it was decided not to replace them. Boone is the home of Appalachian State University, a constituent member of the University of North Carolina. Appalachian State is the 6th largest university in the 17-campus system. Appalachian State has a history of good football teams. In a 2007 football game, the Appalachian State Mountaineers upset the Michigan U Wolverines, Big Ten powerhouse, 34-32. Boone is a center for bluegrass musicians and Appalachian storytellers. Notable artists associated with Boone include the late, Grammy Award-winning bluegrass guitar player Doc Watson and the late guitarist Michael Hauser. In 2012, Boone was listed among the 10 best places to retire in the U.S. by U.S. News. Points of interest: Daniel Boone Native Gardens. Daniel Boone Native Gardens has a collection of North Carolina native plants in an informal landscape design. The wrought iron gates at the entrance were given by Daniel Boone VI, a descendant of famed American frontiersman Daniel Boone. Its main features include a bog garden, stone gatehouse, rockery, wishing well, reflection pool, prayer shrine, rustic bridge and Squire Boone cabin. Squire Boone cabin is typical of the cabin in which Daniel Boone lived. The logs are from the cabin of Jesse Boone, Daniel's brother, where Daniel spent much time. Horn in the West is an outdoor drama produced every summer since 1952 in the Daniel Boone Amphitheater. The show, the oldest Revolutionary War drama in the United States, was about the life and times of the first white people to settle the mountains of western North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. It covers a time period during the American Revolution between the Battle of Alamance in 1771 and the Battle of Kings Mountain in 1780. The story follows the family of Dr. Geoffrey Stewart, a British loyalist, who was forced to flee the lower colony due to the actions of his son during the Battle of Alamance. Led into the mountain country by frontiersman Daniel Boone, Stewart must come to terms with his own loyalties, which are divided between his country and his son. Blowing Rock is a tourist town in Watauga and Caldwell counties. The population was 1,241 at the 2010 census. The town of Blowing Rock takes its name from an unusual rock formation which juts over 1,500 feet above the Johns River Gorge. Due to the rock's shape and size, wind currents from the gorge often blow vertically, causing light objects to float upwards into the sky. The Blowing Rock area was once fought over by the Cherokee and Catawba Native American tribes.
According to an Indian legend, one day a strange reddening of the sky brought an Indian brave and his maiden to the Blowing Rock. To him it was a sign commanding his return to his tribe. With the maiden's entreaties not to leave her, the brave, torn by duty and heart, leaped from the rock into the wilderness far below. The grief-stricken maiden prayed daily to the Great Spirit until one evening, with reddening sky, a gust of wind blew her lover back onto the rock and into her arms. From that day, a perpetual wind has blown up onto the rock from the valley below.
This story of course is fictional, but it was used as a draw for the attraction. Today the Blowing Rock is a tourist attraction and is known for its superb views of the surrounding Blue Ridge Mountains. Another tourist attraction in Blowing Rock is the Tweetsie Railroad theme park, which is home to the only remaining fully functional steam engine train in North Carolina. Visitors to Tweetsie can ride the train for 3 miles and enjoy the mountain scenery. The park also contains traditional amusement park rides and attractions.
Another historical mountain attraction is the famous Mystery Hill in Blowing Rock. Situated on a gravitational anomaly, the site combines science, history, and fun for the entire family.
We're here at Mystery Hill. It's a roadside attraction here in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It's been open since 1948, and we're about to go inside and check it out. You feeling ready, Nate?
Yeah, I feel great, man. Why wouldn't I feel great? I'm ready.
So Mystery Hill is built on a natural gravitational anomaly that's been here forever, as far as we know. Not something that you would just find if you were just walking through necessarily, but there was this one section of the hillside. If you're out there for a few minutes, it'd make you start feeling dizzy, and strange things happen.
I guess I'm a little bit unsure about what's inside.
You don't need to really be nervous, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think we do need to go in there because that's kind of what we came here for.
I mean, obviously we do, but I'm just saying if you're nervous, you need to just chill out here for a little bit, just while you get your nerves together. It's
okay. Are you doing okay, man? I mean, you seem like you might be.
Yeah, no, I'm nervous for you. I work out a lot.
We take you on a guided tour, give you a little bit of history, tell you how the anomaly was discovered, and how long we've been here and that type of thing. One of the stories you'll see, and a lot of people remember it, is the old moonshine still and Grandpa out in his cabin and the old revenuer.
This site's sort of an example of what they thought of the revenuers, the taxmen who would come and investigate, and they said that once you killed a revenuer, he still stayed alive for the next 24 hours because they were so persistent.
Yeah, it's cool. Maybe we should just keep on, just rocking on to the next part here.
I don't know, it's kind of neat. Did you see how his boots are moving?
Vortex is really just another name for the natural gravitational anomaly. Some people walk in and immediately they feel it. It makes them dizzy, makes them a little bit car sick.
I mean, it's just supposed to be some sort of like gravitational anomaly that exists on this site, but I think it's safe and everything. It's just going to be kind of strange.
What?
Yeah, well, you seemed a little nervous, a little scared earlier.
No, it's cool, man. We just stick to the plan, and if you get nervous or whatever, so we're sticking to the plan. I'm getting the ball.
Okay.
And then you just real slow, just roll me on in. Just roll me on in.
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll me on in.
All right.
You can see a ball roll uphill. You see water flow uphill. There's a swing in there, just like the old tire swing the Hudsons had. You can actually set somebody in the swing, push them one direction. It's very easy. You push them the other way. It takes almost all the force you can give it to get it to move the same distance. You also can experience more of that as you go through the Hall of Mystery with lots of things with black lights and illusions that you look at and they look one way, but when you really start measuring them and looking at them, it's something completely different.
Nate, don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're not nervous like you were before, but okay, you've been doing this for like 10 minutes. We kind of need to move along. Can we go? Can we?
Deep trance.
Bubble-rama is one of our most popular attractions. It's all things to do with giant soap bubbles. Adults, kids, doesn't matter who, everybody loves giant bubbles. all kind of bubble wall in there. You can pull a bubble sheet up and blow bubbles through it, giant bubble rings and those type things. So there's a ring in there. You can actually have somebody stand up, put an entire soap bubble around a person. And then, of course, the museums. We have the 1903 Darty House here, which is the home of the founders of Appalachian State University, being restored back to its original condition. And then the Moon and Irene Mullins Arrowhead Collection. It's a couple from Hickory, North Carolina, collected about 250,000 arrowheads over their lifetime. And then we have about 54,000 of them on display at any given time.
Well, Nate, this is a great way to conclude our trip here. 250,000 Native American arrowheads. It's just a huge collection here. Yeah.
And good job not being scared in there in Mystery Hill. I know it was kind of scary for you, but
yeah, thanks.
You did good.
Blowing Rock Art History Museum. On the nearby Blue Ridge Parkway is Moses Cone Memorial Park, which offers scenic views of the surrounding mountains. The park contains the Moses Cone Manor and Estate, and features 2 large lakes surrounded by forests and trails. These trails wind for miles, and were once carriage trails for the Cone family. Adjacent to the park is the Blowing Rock Equestrian Preserve, where visitors can board their horses convenient to the trails. There are 25 miles of riding and carriage trails in the park. Annual festivals and events in Blowing Rock include the Art in the Park Festival, a monthly summertime event in downtown Blowing Rock where artists set up booths to sell their work to tourists. The 4th of July Festival and Parade. Blowing Rock Winterfest in November. Christmas in the park and lighting of the town festivities, including a holiday parade. The Blue Ridge Wine and Food Festival in April. The Symphony by the Lake at Chitola Resort. And the Blowing Rock Charity Horse Show, which has been a tradition for 84 years. It is the longest continuously run horse show in the United States. Valle Crucis in an unincorporated community and census-designated place located in Watauga County. The name of the town is Latin for Vale of the Cross, a reference to a valley in the area where 3 streams converge to form a shape similar to an archbishop's cross. The community is located between the towns of Banner Elk and Boone. The most notable attraction in the area is the original Mass General Store. Also located in the community is the Mast Farm, and Valle Crucis Episcopal Mission. Leanville Caverns are privately owned active limestone caverns located in northern McDowell County. The caverns are open to the public year-round for guided tours. Leanville Caverns been open for tours since the late 1930s and remain the only show caverns in North Carolina. The caverns were discovered in 1822 by local fishermen and since that time have been of interest to locals and travelers alike. Half-hour guided tours escort visitors through the caverns with information about cavern history, resident creatures, and the formations viewed along the way. Formed in a deposit of shady dolomite at the base of Humpback Mountain, Leanville Caverns offer an environment for the public to explore the subterranean world of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Visitors hear the lore surrounding the caverns, including the tale of the Civil War deserters who used the caverns as a hideout, as well as the geology of the stalactites, stalagmites, and other formations found. Leanville Falls is a waterfall located in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Several miles of trails provide for overlooks for the falls. The Upper Falls Trail leads to the top of the falls, where visitors can see the small twin upward falls and the water spiraling through a small canyon on its way to the main falls. The falls move in several distinct steps, beginning in a twin set of upper falls, moving down a small gorge, and culminating in a high-volume 45-foot drop. Finally, the Gorge Trail, which branches off from the Plunge Basin Trail, leads to an area near the foot of the falls. Swimming is prohibited at all areas of Leanville Falls, as many deaths have occurred. The North Carolina Mining Museum consists of two parts: the Visitor Center and the historic Boome Mine. The Visitor Center design reflects the heritage of old mining structures. It features items for sale from these mines as well as snacks not seen much anymore. Buy a can of Boome scouring powder to take home and sample the candy. Outside the mine, you'll see impressive landscaping. The splashing Boome waterfall and the blacksmith shop. In the underground portion of the mine you'll see veins of smoky quartz overhead, and lots of sparkly mica. The abrasive in Boome cleanser was feldspar, a byproduct of mining for quartz. The abrasive today is recycled bottles. Grandfather Mountain is a mountain, a North Carolina state park, and a non-profit attraction near Leanville. Grandfather Mountain has been an icon in North Carolina's landscape for generations, offering stunning scenery and unmatched ecological diversity. Grandfather Mountain rises 5,946 feet above sea level, and due to the considerable elevation gain the mountain boasts 16 distinct ecological communities. The mountain is famous for its rugged character, and is home to many hidden caves and significant cliffs. Grandfather Mountain State Park was established in 2009 in the backcountry portion of the mountain. The state park opens the mountain's 2,456-acre backcountry to spectacular hiking and backpacking. The park is known for some of the South's most severe weather and challenging terrain, with trails that have hikers scrambling along cliffs and up ladders. The Grandfather Mountain attraction consists of the 720-acre property that includes the mile-high swinging bridge, nature museum and animal habitats. Many of these features are illustrated in this portion of a video of a visit.
The view of this rock formation from 1 mile up sure looks like an old man. We enjoyed seeing the rugged rocks nearby and the other mountains further away. We saw beauty everywhere we looked. Nora couldn't get much higher than this. The wind was strong and we had to wear our jackets. Here's Nora on the mile-high swinging bridge. We also enjoyed their nature museum, both indoors and out. This is a photo, but the cubs are real. They had many interesting exhibits: flowers, gems, and this large geode were among my favorites.
West Jefferson. While other small towns have grown into cities or simply faded away, West Jefferson claims to be quintessential Americana. This town of 1,100 occupants nestled within the majestic Blue Ridge Mountains of northwest North Carolina. West Jefferson not only presents beautiful landscape and cool mountain breezes, but also gives visitors a sense of history as well as a mix of modern culture. Long celebrated for the arts, West Jefferson is known for its arts district featuring an array of interesting murals, distinctive public art and numerous galleries. In addition to art galleries, West Jefferson offers a bustling downtown district featuring an eclectic selection of boutiques, exceptional eateries, antique shops, coffee and wine shops and even a craft beer brewery. Some of the largest town attractions include Ashe County Cheese and St. Mary's Church of the Frescoes. During the summer months, West Jefferson hosts annual festivals, concerts,
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up.
gallery crawls, a weekly farmers market, other special events. In autumn, fall foliage is in full swing and the town hosts fall festivals, corn mazes and pumpkin picking while surrounded by breathtaking colorful scenery. The holiday season offers a Christmas wonderland of lights throughout downtown. You can attend community Christmas events, cut Christmas trees at the many neighboring tree farms. West Jefferson is the home of soda manufacturers West Jefferson Dr. Pepper, WJDP. The company is known for producing all their non-diet products with cane sugar, most of which are Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, formerly Dr. Pepper 7-Up products, but also include Mountain Dew.
The frescoes were really the first pieces of public art in Ashe County.
Well, these famous bid-long frescoes came to be in this little church in this out-of-the-way corner of North Carolina because he had been in Italy studying for 6 years to learn the art of true fresco painting. And when he came back to the United States, he wanted to show off his work and get a little publicity for him. So out of many churches that he had asked if he could paint a fresco for them, this little church was the only one that accepted an offer to have a fresco painted here in 1973.
We got 14, 15 murals in downtown West Jefferson, and they're all over the buildings. And that was one of the first things that started the revitalization of downtown. The arts community got involved.
We currently have 16 murals in an easy 8-block walking tour that give folks a look at the history, the culture of what makes this place special.
My favorite one is Stephen Shoemaker's The Train. That's a great mural.
I did not want to do it. I knew what was involved. It's hard enough to paint a train on a small scale, but I agreed to do so. Had no idea, never painted a mural before. And I said, let's do it. So we erected the scaffolding and chalk in hand and went from there, just hook and crook, and had a lot of fun, met a lot of nice people, heard a lot of great stories.
Gallery crawls take place on the second Friday from June through October. And it's a great way for folks to get out and go into galleries. It's sort of a safe time where you have a chance to meet the artists, to see new work, to experience up close, personal, firsthand, the variety, the assortment, and the incredible amount of new work that is continually being created by artistically excellent artists right here in downtown West Jefferson.